I reset CM Punk's age from 45, his current age, to 30 to see how well he would fare with the lower overall and lower star power. Let's get into the video. So our first pay-per-view is Wrestlemania Backlash, and unfortunately because of CM Punk's lack of star power, it's kind of hard to get him on the card, so we kind of struggled, but he was able to wiggle his way to fight Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship in just a singles match. CM Punk looks like he's about to end Gunther, but Ludwig Kaiser gets on the apron and causes a distraction long enough for Gunther to hit a drop kick to the back, and a power bomb pins CM Punk. Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship, and CM Punk is not happy. After Backlash, CM Punk comes out on Raw and demands a rematch without any of Imperium at ringside, and Gunther comes out and says, fine. But we're going to make sure that this is a 1v1, no bullshit, no complaining, no temper tantrums. A Hell in a Cell match between Gunther and CM Punk for the Intercontinental Championship. Sounds like a match would be made in 2009. But we are at Hell in a Cell. It's the Hell in a Cell match between Gunther and CM Punk for the Intercontinental Championship. The guys duke it out. But eventually they head up to the top of the cell, and that means somebody's going to have to go through it. Unfortunately for CM Punk, Gunther picks him up and slams him through the top of the cell, breaking it. CM Punk goes chest first into the mat. Gunther jumps down through the cell and pins CM Punk for the 3, and that's it. Gunther retains his Intercontinental Championship once again, proving it wasn't a fluke, and in the end, it didn't really matter for CM Punk. After the match, CM Punk goes back to Gorilla and complains to Triple H about being unfair that he's in a Hell in a Cell. Triple H just tells him to suck it up. Alright? I'll give you one more chance and a Money in the Bank. And if you fail that, well, you're SOL. But at Money in the Bank, CM Punk does get his wish. He gets one more shot at a title shot, probably, as he takes on Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Big E, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jimmy Uso, and motherfucking Gunther. For some reason, everybody becomes really stupid in this match, except for 2 people. CM Punk and Sheamus go up to the stage, and they just stand there for like an entire minute, doing absolutely nothing, looking at each other. So then Brock Lesnar decides to go up there too, and they just have a good old party on the top of the stage. Jimmy Uso walks into a ladder endlessly. Like, what the Bray Wyatt looks like he's going to go for the briefcase, but Gunther takes him down, and Gunther climbs the ladder and grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase. Gunther, the guy who's been the bane of CM Punk's existence, has cost him another title shot. And Gunther's given himself a world title shot. After the show, CM Punk storms into Gorilla and tells Triple H, I'm leaving. So, CM Punk is gone. How long will he be gone? Who knows. But, as they say, the show must go on. With CM Punk being gone, the video must go on. So we go to SummerSlam. Seth Rollins is supposed to defend his World Heavyweight Championship, but then, after a month of absence, CM Punk comes through the crowd and beats up Seth Rollins, hits him with a GTS, and then leaves. Then, Gunther comes out. With the Money in the Bank briefcase in tow, he comes out and cashes in his opportunity for a World Championship match against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins put up a valiant effort against the Ring General, but in the end, Gunther hit a Gunther bomb, and that's it. Gunther becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion thanks to CM Punk of all people. You'd think he'd be upset about losing to him all the time, but in reality, he's just... Because of CM Punk, Gunther actually won a World Championship, so twist of fate. After winning the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther decides to vacate the Intercontinental Championship, believing that others should be able to fight for the championship that he worked so hard to make relevant again. So, a mini tournament is made, and at Clash of the Castle, we got 2 matches. CM Punk making his return against Seth Rollins, who's pissed off about what happened at SummerSlam, and the Intercontinental Tournament Finals. We'll start off with the Intercontinental Tournament. The finals are Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura, and despite all of the gender maniacs and gender stands on Twitter, they will be disappointed because Shinsuke Nakamura was able to pick up a W and win the Intercontinental Championship. Jinder Mahal sucks to suck, but you know, that's life. The main event, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. After a back and forth fight, Seth Rollins is able to pick up a win against CM Punk after hitting a curb stomp, probably. But then something interesting happens after the match. As Seth Rollins is taunting to the crowd, Omos comes out and gets into the ring and pulverizes Seth Rollins, revealing that CM Punk has recruited Omos to join his new group, I guess. A new straight edge society, perhaps? With Omos in tow and CM Punk as the helm? A new dangerous alliance, if you will. The next night on Raw, CM Punk comes out and explains the alliance between him and Omos. CM Punk tells the world that there are so many people that are held down by this company, and he's tired of it. There are others that are held down as well, so CM Punk is starting a new straight edge society to combat this. And he welcomes anyone and everyone who has been held down by the machine to join his cause and destroy everything, I guess. So, Omos is the first man to join. A guy who hasn't been on television for months and has a lot of potential as a big man. And CM Punk wants to realize that for Omos. So, there you go. The Straight Edge Society is back to uproot this company. At Extreme Rules, Gunther is now having his first championship defense against the Rated R superstar Edge. The two guys fight and duke it out. Edge gets thrown to the outside by Gunther, but CM Punk comes out, grabs a steel chair, and pulverizes the shit out of Gunther. He pulverizes him so bad that his arms start becoming disjointed and broken. He hits a GTS in the best way he could possibly with his arms and leaves. And his arms are completely messed up. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess the ass beating that Gunther got was so bad that it broke all of CM Punk's bones. This leads for the Ultimate Opportunist to get up, realize, oh shit, he's down, get in the ring, and hit his spear onto Gunther. Edge becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion thanks to CM Punk. And CM Punk gets his revenge on Gunther for basically being his curse. Backstage, we see Giovanni Vinci completely taken out by Jinder Mahal. Apparently has joined the Straight Edge Society. And then CM Punk comes out with Omos and Braun Breaker, and they proceed to destroy Gunther once again. And it looks like that the Straight Edge Society is starting to become full. CM Punk, Braun Breaker, Omos, and Jinder Mahal. Weird faction, but it works. After Extreme Rules on Raw, CM Punk comes out with a proposition. He says that he wants to settle the score once and for all and finally get his revenge. So he's proposing a War Games match for the Survivor Series, where the Straight Edge Society take on Seth Rollins, Gunther, an Imperium member, Ludwig Kaiser, since Vinci's injured, and Shinsuke Nakamura for Jinder. So, and there you go. War Games. With our War Games teams set, we arrive at the Survivor Series for the War Games match, the Shinsuke Nakamura. And after a hellacious War Games match between these two teams, Braun Breaker hits his Gorilla Press military power slam, I don't know what the hell it is called, and he actually pins Nakamura for the 3. The Straight Edge Society finally win a match. Yes, CM Punk finally wins a match after like 8 months. But he has to have 3 other of his goons with him in order to do so. So it looks like finally CM Punk's fortunes are going up. At day 1, CM Punk is getting a World Heavyweight Championship match after winning the War Games match. He's riding high on momentum. He's got the whole Straight Edge Society in his corner to fight Edge. There's just absolutely no way. This is his moment. It's finally for him, time for him to become a world champion, right? No. CM Punk just gets buried 6 feet under by Edge. Edge just beats him with a spear in like 5 minutes, and that's it. The big moment for CM Punk has gone up in smoke. And after the match, it gets worse because the Straight Edge Society turn on their leader and just pulverize him. And Braun Breaker seemingly takes over as the new leader of the Straight Edge Society. A bad day for CM Punk, and a good day for all CM Punk haters out there. On Raw, Braun Breaker comes out and explains why he did what he did. And it's pretty simple. Braun Breaker believes that the Straight Edge Society was being led by a complete loser who couldn't win any of his matches. So it was only inevitable that the Straight Edge Society would turn against its leader and elect a new leader of the faction. After Braun Breaker's speech, CM Punk comes out of nowhere, gets in the ring, grabs Braun Breaker, and hits him with a go to sleep and escapes through the crowd, a sneak attack for a little bit of revenge leading up to the Royal Rumble. We arrive at the Royal Rumble, the beginning of the end, and the road to WrestleMania. All we have for tonight is a Royal Rumble match. A Royal Rumble match. All members of the Straight Edge Society enter the match, and all of them fail. After one of the goofiest Royal Rumbles I've ever seen, the final four in this is... The final four is Batman, Braun Strowman, Bret Hart, and CM Punk. Wait, what? Oh my god, CM Punk aged by like 15 years. What the hell? What? Despite it being pretty hilarious if older CM Punk won the Royal Rumble, Bret Hart ends up winning and is going to fight Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania. That would have been hilarious if CM Punk at like 45 won the Rumble and his 30-year-old self didn't, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, and Bret Hart is gonna kill it. After the Royal Rumble, Triple H decides to cause a little bit of havoc and fun in the Straight Edge Society. He puts the current 3 members of the Straight Edge Society along with former leader CM Punk in an Elimination Chamber match. So Elimination Chamber, it is CM Punk, Omos, Jinder Mahal, Braun Breaker, Gunther, and Edge all duking it out for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Straight Edge Society and CM Punk don't have a good showing. Jinder Mahal gets taken out by Edge, and Gunther eliminates everybody else. CM Punk, the former leader, Omos, the big man, and even Braun Breaker. All of them are gone, thanks to Gunther. But in the end, Gunther falls to Edge, and Edge retains the World Heavyweight Championship somehow, defeating Gunther, even though Gunther went on a complete warpath and is basically the Straight Edge killer. After the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, Braun Breaker comes out and blames Omos and Jinder Mahal for his failures. He slaps Omos right in the face, and Omos turns on him by chokeslamming him to the ground. Omos poses, but then Jinder Mahal comes out, and rather than making up, he hits a Colossus onto Omos. Thus, the Straight Edge Society is completely collapsed. But now it's time for WrestleMania. It's the Straight Edge 4-way dance. CM Punk, Braun Breaker, Omos, and Jinder Mahal are squaring off to see who truly was the best member of this faction and who were the weak links. Jinder Mahal eliminates Braun Breaker from the match after hitting a hip toss, and CM Punk hits Omos with a GTS, the biggest GTS probably ever I can think of, really. GTS, and that ends Omos, and we're down to the final 2, Jinder Mahal and CM Punk. In the end, because it's CM Punk at 30 years of age, he ends up losing to Jinder after eating a Colossus, and Jinder Mahal, of all people, proves himself to be the best member of the Straight Edge Society by winning this. We also prove that CM Punk is the biggest freaking loser of all time. Bro can't win a match to save his life. So in the end, what did we learn from all of this? Well, reverting someone's age back to 30 years of age when they're 45 is not a great idea because it makes them the biggest freaking loser to ever exist. I swear, of all videos I've ever done, I have never seen a bigger freaking loser than CM Punk. Never. He is the biggest loser I have ever seen. He didn't win like one match. Like, pathetic. Pooey. That's what I think of CM Punk right now. Anyways, bye everyone, and fuck you, Punk.